We all dream about having a house we can call our own. Sariling bahay, our own home. You know, some have the privilege of a house being passed on to them by their parents as an inheritance. They don't have to worry about where to live. They already have a house prepared for them. Other people are fortunate enough to have significantly large incomes, whether from business or from the practice of their profession, that they accumulate enough to buy a house. The reality, however, is that not everyone can raise enough money to buy a house. Most people will struggle with a monthly income that is just enough for the most basic of needs. They may have enough to rent an apartment, but they cannot save up for the down payment for their own house. There are others who are unfortunate to have been thrown out of their houses, or their shanties dismantled by authorities, or their houses destroyed by fire. They become homeless. There are even houses in the poorest area of the city that you can barely call a house. They squat on a property that's not theirs. They set up a dwelling place that are too small, too hot during midday, no ventilation, and not enough privacy for everyone. And these houses are built too close to each other that you can actually, practically hear the conversation of the family next door. This desire for a home is not just about having a roof over your head or securing yourself from dangerous people outside. It is more about having a secure place to live as a family. A place where married couples can have their privacy and where children can be cared for in a safe environment. In the kind of society we live in right now, where housing is not guaranteed and where there are not enough safety nets for the poorest of the poor, to have your own house is a privilege. Yes, it's a great blessing. And while we all dream about having our own houses, in many cases we are just grateful to have a roof over our head. And while having our own house may seem like an impossibility for many people today, the good news is that there will come a time when everyone who loves God and believes in Jesus will have a place of his or her own. Listen to this promise by Jesus himself in the Gospel according to John. Let not your hearts be troubled. Believe in God, believe also in me. In my Father's house are many rooms. If it were not so, would I have told you that I go to prepare a place for you? And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and will take you to myself, that where I am, you may be also. God may give you the fortune of inheriting your house from your parents, or God may give you the privilege of having sufficient wealth to buy your own house, or you may be blessed to have sufficient income to rent a nice apartment. Be grateful for this blessing. Not everyone can enjoy what you're enjoying right now. But for everyone, whether you have a house right now, or if you live in a shanty, or if you are even homeless, if you put your trust in Jesus, you are assured of a place you can call your own home, right within our Father's house. As we look forward to that time when we can finally have a place we call home, faith matters too.